Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. Today I'm playing as the Scout with the standard scattergun, the frying pan, and the Mad Milk. I almost never play Scout. In fact, it's probably been 2 or 3 months since I played even a round of Scout. I have a total of about 4, or I think actually just passed with this game session 5 hours total on Scout since I started playing this game 3.5 years ago. I played a lot of Payload for a long time. I played nothing but Payload, and Scouts just are not the most powerful class on Gold Rush and Badwater. Because of, I think, the linear nature of the maps and the fact that, you've got heavy engineer installations usually everywhere, and Scouts really can't do anything against a level 3 sentry. And yeah, you can use the bonk juice and try to make the gun kill its own engie, or hide behind the dispenser to try to kill it, but all that's kind of, quirky tactics that are rarely applicable to, every situation. Those aren't things you can do ordinarily. It's not like the same as a sticky gun strategy where you're going to be able to use that to take down sentries anywhere, anytime, which is probably why I gravitated to playing Demo Man so much. It always pays to check around corners anytime you're running to the front, because you never know, there might be somebody hanging out in a spot where that spy was, for example. Lose track of that medic when he's in the water, he pops out and I nail him. The map, as you may have noticed when I joined, we were down to like a minute when I joined the server till the other team won, and we didn't even have a second off the clock. And they were in overtime before we managed to capture the point, and we've had possession of it for about a minute now. And there you saw me fighting with my friend Captain Hero. This was a server, I think, that automatically assigned you a team when you joined. It didn't let you choose, but that's okay. I like fighting with him as much as I like fighting against him. That spy, I believe, is a dead ringer. I probably should have thrown Mad Milk to try to reveal him, but I'm not used to having the Mad Milk on Scout. I only recently acquired that item, and before I was using either the critical or the bonk, depending on my mood at the moment, and catch that health in mid-jump to the water to put myself out. It's so convenient to have a source of water to put yourself out when you're fighting pyros left and right. I had a lot of fun with this round of Scout, to be honest. I will probably start playing more Scout. I forgot kind of how good the scattergun was. I switched to the Force of Nature for a minute to play with it, and then the Soda Popper when that was new. And, played a few rounds and was like, okay, well, that's that weapon. And went back to, playing my normal Demo Man, Medic, Engineer, and Spy. Those are the 4 classes that I have the most time in by a huge margin. Having an epic fight with this heavy, and he comes at me with the fists, and I'm like, I will oblige you with a melee fight. And I am so unaccustomed to swinging a melee weapon so quickly. I'm especially used to meleeing with the Uber Saw probably more than anything else. That's minus, I think, 20% swing rate to begin with. So going from that to the Scout, swinging that pan at 90 miles an hour, I didn't have any idea what to do with myself. Like, I normally dodge back and forth kind of to, the time the swings, but with Scout, you're swinging so fast, like, you don't even need to bother. Just get in their face and beat the hell out of them, I think, is the melee Scout method. Another pyro coming over that ledge, and this time I get away without getting lit on fire. And in the process of trying to aim for him and call Spy at the same time, I missed a few shots. And you hear I hit him twice with the pan, the second one after he was dead, so another guaranteed dead ringer, but, I don't waste my milk on dead ringer spies in this particular round, even though it might not have been a waste. Timer counting down to nothing. I got this last big push for the point by Blue, and at the end of it, I'm left alone pretty much with just me and a heavy on the point, and I'm, shooting at him with the Mad Milk on him, so I'm getting health back after every shot, even though he, had me in the red there for a fraction of a second. All that accumulated damage was absolutely more than my total health, but the Mad Milk kept me alive. And caught that other Scout on his way in, and even though I joined real late and didn't end up on the MVP board, I still felt like that was a really fun round. And it was my first round back on Scout, even though I figured I'd probably play for like an hour and just pick out the most interesting round. The most interesting round was the first round. But it was only like 4 minutes long, and that's too short for a video. You guys want more than that. So here's another round from last night's Twitch TV stream with my friend Cyrus here, who's the heavy in front of me dressed up like Santa Claus. I am obviously playing the medic in this video. I've got the regular Medigun, the Blood Slogger, and the Uber Saw. Never leave home without the Uber Saw. It's like the whole reason to play medic. Well, obviously not the whole reason, but it's the most fun part, I'll say that. Playing on Turbine, Capture the Flag, which, I don't play a lot of Capture the Flag generally. I feel like it's kind of a played-out game type. It's been around the longest by far. It was the original Team Fortress game type in the Quake mod era even. But we got this Uber ready, dropping into the intel, filled with sentries, and can't really do anything, you know, about an Uber heavy in that proximity, especially if the medic's smart enough to push ahead of him so that he can walk up to the gun and get close enough to really take it down quick. Picking up the intelligence and making a run for it, and there's an Uber with a demo man who is dominating me in this round up to this point, but unfortunately they spent the whole Uber not noticing us, and by the time it ended, yeah, Cyrus just gets to gun them both down, spinning in circles practically, because they were just all over the place. Yeah, I'm thinking I might get shot by this soldier, but nope, my team takes him out, trying to heal people as I run, but, you know, I want to keep the beam on Cyrus, even though it's pretty much a sure bet that we're going to capture the flag at this point. But yeah, my friend Cyrus streams, him and his brother Savis stream almost every day of the week, I think, between the two of them. And they're pretty amusing to watch. I recommend you check out their Twitch TV channel. He's kind enough to have me on there, usually on Sunday and Monday nights, to play TF2 or, you know, other games for that matter. We played some Portal 2 last night, but that's not much of a spectator game, in my opinion. So it's doesn't carry as much of a viewership as Team Fortress 2 does, because Team Fortress 2 is just fun to watch, fun to play, more fun to play than watch, but heck, you're watching it right now, aren't you? So that shows you Team Fortress 2 is just such an epic game. It doesn't matter whether you're playing or watching somebody else play. It is always good times. So dropping in again on the intel room, going for the third actually capture of the intelligence. This round is just flying by, and I run over to heal Cyrus, and oh my god, it's like their whole team is coming at him. So I gotta kind of back off there and heal Bean Curd and the demo man, whose name escapes me at the moment. But as far as the CTF maps go, I really do like Turbine, because the middle section is unavoidable if you're going to run the intelligence through. You have to go through the middle. There's no sewer or alternate section. The vents and so forth, you know, lead up to the middle, but there's no way to traverse the middle without going through the middle. And I think that's fun. If you know the other team is going to, you know, come through a certain space, then that guarantees a lot of action in that space, without really denying the other classes a good chance to do their thing in the you know, ancillary parts of the map. But that's it for that. Thanks for watching. The links are in the description, and I will catch you next time. Peace.